and a printer. So.
Oh, that's so cool. Layla, what's been up with you lately?
I painted while I was at home.
You painted like a wall or like a painting?
I was painting pictures.
That's awesome. And Hadley and Layla, did you do any running at home? Because I have still been running.
I've done biking and some. A lot of biking.
Cool. And Alondra, what have you been up to?
What?
Staying awake all night?
Staying up late?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, staying awake all night.
Oh my goodness, all night. You make me tired.
I made my slideshow a little more advanced, my Africa one.
Awesome. The
The
Cameroon.
Cameroon. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm finished with mine.
Zimbabwe. Sweet.
Yes, I got it.
Well, today for little treats, I will give you guys for answering questions like ice cream or French fries. I know it's just pretend, but you can keep track of how many you get answering questions, and we'll see who gets the most by the end of it. So we're going to start out with context clues from the packet. So this one's going to come later. But first we have, it looks like this, context clues in literature. Pages. It's page 17 in your packet.
17.
And Alondra, since you don't have this one in a packet, you can still write it down on paper and you can still earn prizes.
Yeah.
So Rosie, the one that you have.
Oh, in my art.
Mhm. So Dash and Hadley, are you guys good on page 17 in your packet?
Yep.
I think so.
Okay, Leila's getting there.
Yeah.
Rosie's getting there. Okay.
17 in math or just page 17 in general?
In general, because we're doing ELA now.
Okay.
And everyone can see the page that I shared the screen with you.
Mommy.
Okay. So we will work on this together, and I'll ask for some volunteers to read. Context clues, we started learning about these when we were still at Moorhead, where we were looking around a word to try to figure out what the word means. So maybe we're reading a paragraph and there's just one word inside it that we're like, what does that mean? Have to read sometimes from beginning to the end of the paragraph to figure out, oh, that makes sense. That's what this word means. So starting with we are always, Dashel, could you read number 1?
Yes. We are always very careful around Mr. Sutton's dog, Buster. The neighbors say the dog is vicious. Buster runs to the fence and barks at us, so we are a little scared of him.
Mm-hmm. So Rosie, looking at my little red dot on the screen, what word are we trying to figure out?
Vicious.
Vicious. So we're using context clues to help figure it out. And context clues means we have to look at the whole,
The whole sentence or thought.
or paragraph. So based on the context clues in the paragraph, what is the meaning of vicious? Hadley, can you read the choices for us?
Yes. A, very mean. B, sweet. C, playful. E, fun to be around.
Okay. We probably already know the answer, right? You guys could shout out which one you think it is.
Very mean.
Very mean.
Yep, there you go, Hadley.
I can't seem to.
The point that's trickier sometimes is proving why we know that it means very mean. And so we have to underline or circle in the sentence. How did you figure that out? I'll circle 1. Can you see what I circled?
Mm-hmm.
Read it for us. Can you read in the circle, guys?
Oh, barks at us.
Thank you, Dash. Is there anything else I can circle that kind of proves that vicious would be the same as very mean?
Runs to the fence.
True, but running in and of itself isn't mean.
That you're scared of him?
Yes, awesome. So those are the 2 context clues. And would my friends mind erasing the lovely marks? Beautiful. So make sure you guys have marked that A is the answer. Vicious is the same as very mean. The neighbors say the dog is very mean.
So we fill it in.
I can't seem to find it.
You can't seem to find it in your packet in the mail?
Yeah, I mean, I have like context clues and informational text, but it doesn't have what this is.
So if you have any paper or like right on the back of the packet, you could just write the word vicious and then write very mean next to it, because then at least you'll still have the answers.
Okay.
Layla, would you want to read where it says, I was so excited?
I was so excited when the toy and offer finally came in the mail. I had been waiting for weeks for my own zip hanger, but when I opened the box, I was really surprised. I didn't find a zip hanger. I found hundreds of pieces. I didn't know I would have to assemble it. There were so many pieces I didn't even know where to begin.
Okay, take a moment and silently read the choices, and then when I count down from 3, I'll let you shout out the answer. Okay, this one is for a complete meal. French fries. You may shout out the answer in 3, 2.
Put
Put together.
Yes, if you said put together, you get a Happy Meal. Now's the tricky part. It's a bit easy to know that it means put together, especially if we've heard the word assembled before. But where in the paragraph did I get my clues from? What should I circle in the paragraph?
I would have to assemble it.
Well, we can't really circle the answer as our answer, but you still get cake for trying. So what's a clue that shows me I would have to put something together? Rosie?
I mean, I guess it would, one of them could be like, there were so many pieces, I didn't know where to begin.
Yeah, the fact that there are pieces, it even says that twice. When you have pieces of something, that's a clue that you're going to have to put it together. Awesome. And even the sentence that says, I didn't find my zip hanger, that means it wasn't ready to go. It had to be put together. So great job. Let's move on to number 3. And a volunteer to read number 3. Rosie.
It is very important to take care of our planet. We should purify the water instead of making it dirty. That way our animals and plants will be able to live in the water.
Okay. So read the choices silently, and then I will count down from 3, and you'll say what you believe purify means. This one will be for cake and ice cream. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Clean.
Mm-hmm. So that was the easy part. We got the answer. Purify means clean. What is the proof? How do I know purify means clean?
That way animals will be able to live in the water.
Okay. What would happen to, let's say, a shark who takes in the water through its gills? What would happen to the shark if it was taking in dirty water?
It would probably die.
Mm-hmm. So that helps us to know that purify means clean, so that the water will be clean. Rosie, do you have any other ideas?
We should purify the water instead of making it dirty.
Oh, you found what I was thinking of. Yes. Sometimes when you don't know what a word is, you can find a synonym. Like a synonym for clean is tidy. But you can also look for antonyms. And an antonym means the same or the opposite.
Opposite.
Opposite. The opposite of clean is dirty. And what's the word that helps you to know, ding, ding, it means the opposite?
Instead.
Instead. If you shout it out instead, you get a smash.
Instead.
Yes. Instead helps us to know that they're about to tell us what the opposite is. Alrighty. Henry's eyes. How about Hadley? You read that.
Okay, Henry's eyes began to tear at the headache building in the back of his skull.
Sure. Why don't you continue on, Hadley? What would you choose for the answer for skull?
A head.
Okay. And can you see one word in the text that gives you the clue it means head?
In the back. No. The headache.
Yes, headache has the word head right in it. Perfect. Next, can I have Dashel read The Fly by Hodgepodge?
Sure. Okay. Here we go. Pesky had lived around the city trash cans all his life, ever since he was in his larval stage. But Pesky really wanted to find a suburban picnic. From other insects, he had heard stories. One second, it's being weird. It's being weird, but I can't.
You see?
You're not screen shared.
Oh, I'll stop it and I'll restart it. That was weird.
Yeah.
Is it better?
Here we go.
Okay.
He had heard stories. Where was I? About the food. Pesky needed liquid. Outside the city. He wanted to taste fresh food. He no longer wanted decayed food from the trash. Pesky needed liquid. So he dreamed of hamburger grease and soda pop and melted ice cream. One afternoon, Pesky took the short trip outside the city and found a backyard picnic. The Millers had just started eating, so Pesky decided to join them. He flew onto the rim of a soda can. Mr. Miller quickly shooed him away. Then Pesky landed on an apple pie and walked all the way down its middle before being shooed away by Mrs. Miller. She did not like the way he spread his cooties over the pie's diameter. He never knew bothering people could be so much fun. He landed on the kids' plates and buzzed everybody's ears. Pesky was having the time of his life until the Millers moved indoors. Pesky tried to fly inside too, but they shooed him away and quickly slammed the door behind them. But next door to the Millers, Pesky spotted a backyard table filled with food. The Smiths were over by the grill waiting for their hot dogs. I will dig in before they do, Pesky said. Then I can have fun by buzzing their ears and landing on their food.
Thanks, Dash. And can I just say that sounds like a story that you could have written, Dashel?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's got your sense of humor. Now, we're going to play a game called All the Marbles, or in this case, All the Food. And it's students versus teacher. So what you're going to do is you're going to work together when we look at what we just read. And do you see how there are words that are underlined?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to pick one word at a time, and you have to talk amongst each other and try to find the clues in the sentence or in the paragraph to help you know what the word means. And
Okay.
like if I hear someone say the right answer, I would say ding, ding, ding. And every time you guys get the right answer, I'll give you a tally mark. If you couldn't figure it out, I would tell you the answer and I would get the tally mark. And whoever has the most at the end gets all the food, either you guys or me. So I'll show you one example of larval stage. And this is where you would talk with each other. Okay, where's the clue word? And you could say, ooh, the clue word could be life, because a stage of life. So larval stage means a stage of life. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so your second word to try to find out what's the clue is suburban.
Suburban. Okay, well, it seems as though so Pesky really wanted to find a suburban picnic. He no longer wanted decayed food from the trash. So I assume suburban means like not decayed, or in a place that is not decayed.
I think suburban might mean like not fresh, because if you
Okay.
think about it, food in the trash cans is not fresh. So, and it says here he wanted like fresh meals from like picnics and stuff.
Mhm.
I'll give you a quick clue. Dashiell, you were getting warmer when you were talking about the place and trying to like compare the places where the fly has been. So don't look at the trash, but look for places.
Well, yeah, I know what suburban means.
Well, maybe use what you know what it means and try to find the clue word based on what you know. But go ahead, keep talking.
Okay, well, let's see. He had
Rosie,
heard.
you can shout out too.
He had heard stories about the He had heard stories about the food outside the city. So most likely outside the city means suburban.
So far the students have 1 point and teacher has 0. The clue was outside the city. And for me, what my other clue was is that he lived in the city all his life, but now he wants something different. So suburban must mean the opposite of city. All right, your next word to figure out what it means is insects.
You know what insects
Oh,
mean?
got it. Well, ever since he was in his larval stage, and then from other insects.
Yeah. And you could even use the title, the word fly.
Fly by.
All right. Students have 2 points. Teacher has 0. What about the word decayed?
Get food from the trash can.
Ding, ding, ding. Decayed. Your clue was trash can food would be and rotten. Students have 3. Okay, what about liquid?
Soda pop and hamburger grease.
Dreamed of like hamburger grease and soda
Melted
pop.
ice cream.
Melted
Yep.
ice cream.
Great
Those are
job.
liquid.
Okay, one more is diameter.
The rim of the something.
Yes. And can you try to find the whole sentence? Because I know, like, Rosie, yeah, you don't have to raise your hand. You can shout out.
So I don't think that it really helps because it says way down on its middle, even though it kind of means the edge of it.
So can you read where it says walked?
Walked all the way down its middle before being chewed
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it means like, so he was on the edge, but then he walked down into the middle.
Yeah.
Question.
If we remember about math, the diameter means the distance all the way across the middle of a circle.
Question. Did you need this simple or compound sheet?
Yes, I was wondering if you would be ready to share the answers at our 1 o'clock meeting.
Oh, okay, sure. Cool.
And then Hadley and Rosie, will you be ready with the simple and the compound sheet at 1 o'clock?
Simple and compound? Oh, yeah, I already have it right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
my mom was like, "Oh yeah, you need to do this," and I was like, "Huh? Oh yeah, sure, yeah." And then I completely forgot about it until this morning, and I was like, "Oh shoot, I have to do this today," and so I just sat down and did it.
Well, great job, guys. You totally crushed me, and you get all the marbles or all the food.
Yeah.
So our last thing before we have to leave, because it's just a short meeting this morning, is, I know, Rosie, you printed it out actually, and it looks like this. And this is really fun because we get to read silly stories and figure out what a nonsense or make-believe word means. So let's see, who would like to read number 1 where it says my grandmother? I'll ask Hadley, and the mystery word is pronounced blepis.
Okay, so I got, my grandmother gave me a blepis when I was a baby. Everyone in my family has their own blepis. We each hang ours by our stairs at Christmas because we don't have a fireplace. My blepis is a long, red, skinny sock. My sister is green and short.
All right. So what do we think a blepis is? Layla?
Like
A
stocking,
stocking?
because he said he doesn't have a fireplace, and it's a skinny sock. So like socks are kind of like a stocking,
Yeah.
and like they don't have a fireplace, and usually at Christmas you hang stockings or blepis, I think, by the fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gave me so many reasons to prove that a blepis is a stocking. So that's why I put, it says a blepis is a skinny sock, and so many reasons. Very good. Could Layla read the next one? Don't feel like you have to write this one down. We'll just talk about it in class. Layla, do you want to read about the margle?
When you play in the snow, you wear gloves, a hat, and a margle. You need a margle to keep your neck warm. I am lucky because my grandma knitted me a margle for my birthday. It has stripes on it and it's warm.
Okay.
It's so warm.
Shouting out our answers. What do we think a margle is?
A scarf.
Scarf.
Because it keeps you
Scarf.
warm, and sometimes people
Keeps
can
you
knit a scarf.
Okay, but I could prove you wrong, couldn't I? Because I could also knit gloves. So how can you prove to me that it's a scarf and it's not gloves?
Because it keeps your neck warm.
warm.
Not, gloves don't keep
Your
your neck
hand.
warm.
It does say neck right in there, yes. Okay, because it keeps your neck warm. What else?
And
It says you should wear gloves and a hat, and it only has gloves.
Exactly. Layla, you found what's called the process of elimination, which is just a long way of saying, well, what do we already have? We already have, what is it, Hadley, that we already have?
we already have, I think, that it keeps your neck warm.
I mean, like when we go outside in the snow, it says you should wear stuff.
Gloves and a hat.
Gloves and a hat.
Yeah, we already have gloves and a hat. And if you think, well, what else can I wear outside to keep me warm that my grandma would knit, it would be a scarf. Alrighty.
May I read the next one?
Well, you could, but I wanted to do the last, like, slightly more fun part with you guys. So let me know if you like this idea.
Yes, but Miss Brown,
Yes, Alexa.
my phone's about to die.
Okay, do you want to charge it and we'll see you at 1 for career day?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Here's a piece of cake.
Bye, Alondra.
Bye, Alondra.
Bye, Alondra.
Phone's literally about to die.
Career days this afternoon.
It's not like the real thing, but we're still going to talk.
What do we have to bring?
You can just bring pencil and paper.
Okay.
Okay. So your homework, you know how we did number 1 and 2 together and I typed it?
Yeah.
You could just pick 2 more of these. Like you could pick number 3 and 4, or you could do 5 and 6, whichever 2 you would like, and write your answers. But I would also like to give you a creative option. Your creative option would be to write your own paragraph and think of your own make-believe word. So would you guys want to do this together real quick? Come up with our
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Let's
Wait, would that mean we have no homework?
well, what it would mean is that we came up with one together, so it'll be way easier when you do it on your own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like when you write your own, do you have to have homework? Like, I mean, the homework
write your own,
is
that's all you have to do for your homework.
okay. That's right.
Okay. So, what should our nonsense word be? Hibbity schmibbers? Rosie?
Grabble. No. L-barks.
What do you think, Rosie?
Sure.
You like
No,
Elbar?
Lee has said. Lee has said.
Lee has said?
I can spell it. Leihsad.
Are you telling me some Hebrew right now? It sounds Hebrew.
No, that's my name backwards.
Oh, Hadley, are you okay with using Lee has said?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's think of a big story, a big context. Do we want our big story to be a birthday party, Christmas, an amusement park? What do we want?
Amusement park.
Okay, amusement park. Okay, so that's like the setting. And then do we want Lee has said to mean roller coaster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what sentences can we write where our reader is going to be able to figure out that it means roller coaster?
My mom took me on a Lee has said at the amusement park.
Okay.
You can go up and down and side to side.
We went it went loop-de-loop and side to side, up and down.
And at the end, there was a terrific drop.
During the drop, I thought I saw one guy have to use the puke bag.
I love this. There's even a large drop. Look at how bad I'm typing. Oh my goodness. That was not too bad, right? It wasn't too hard once we decided our word and our setting, and then we picked what we thought that word should mean in real life. So it's 11:30, so that means I get to say goodbye to you guys for now and see you at 1 o'clock for our career day stuff.
See you, Miss Brown.
Bye, later.